O'Connor reporting to you live from Boston University. Surveys are now finding that most Americans feel that college is necessary in order to keep pace in the workforce. This is leading to increased competition among high schoolers to get into college. High school students are now taking multiple college-level courses and getting involved in a multitude of activities just to become the perfect, well-rounded student for colleges. I've investigated the stories of 3 students here at Boston University to hear what they have to say. Allie, what types of extracurricular activities were you involved in high school?
In high school, I participated in choirs through school, but they also involved a lot of outside school stuff too, because we took trips and we had concerts and outside practices. Also, I danced a lot. I danced anywhere from 5 to 7 hours a week on school nights and on the weekends too. And I took voice lessons, so singing and dancing were basically my main extracurricular activities.
Now, why did you decide to get involved in those? Did you feel pushed like you needed to get involved in activities in high school?
With singing and dancing, those were things that I kind of always wanted to do. I didn't really do it for colleges, but I knew that doing them would be good for colleges, and probably had I not done those, I would have done something else for college, but these were things that I just wanted to do and I chose to do on my own, and that I've always done ever since I was little.
Now, what was your course selection in high school? Did you take a lot of AP classes?
Yeah, for math, English, and social studies, I always took the AP route. Science, not really so much, only because I didn't like it, but definitely when there was an advanced class or an AP class or a challenging course that was offered, I definitely chose that over the easier courses.
Why did you do this? Did you do this for college, or did you do it because you wanted to take a more challenging course?
Yeah, I guess I did it for college for the most part. I knew taking those courses looked better in the transcripts. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if I would have taken them had it not been for college. There were also some classes that were easier but that seemed more interesting, but I didn't take them because I knew it wouldn't look as good on a transcript.
Were you really stressed in high school?
I was stressed mainly because I did so much extracurricular stuff and I didn't have enough time to, focus on school and dance and singing all at once. And I did well, but it was just hard to find the right balance in between all those things.
Okay. Did you ever have a breakdown?
I never had a big breakdown in high school, but there were definitely some nights or days when I was really overwhelmed, and I would take it out on my parents and stuff like that.
Did you ever get sick in high school, you think, because of all this stress and the busyness?
I was sick all the time in high school, once every 2 months at least. So yeah, a lot.
What types of activities were you involved in high school?
I was in Key Club, and I was editor of the yearbook. I was on the karate team. I played piano. What else did I do? I was on the newspaper for a while. Was part of a bunch of cultural clubs, and I did a lot of community service during high school.
Now, what made you get involved in these clubs? Did you feel pressure to do this to get into college?
Some of them, yearbook and newspaper, I like doing, but most of them was, I know college wants me to be well-rounded, so I have to do lots of community service, or I need to do a sport to show colleges that I'm just not an academic person. So, and a bunch of things too were for scholarships. Sports was definitely a scholarship thing. Everybody says that athletes get a lot of scholarship options, so you try to be well-rounded for that. So that's what made me do a lot of my sports and piano mostly.
Okay. And how about for course selection? Did you feel pressured to take more challenging courses in high school for college?
I know it looks more impressive on your application if you have a bunch of APs, so that was definitely one of the driving forces for taking AP classes and honors. So.
Great. And did you feel really stressed in high school with your course load and all the activities you were involved in?
I felt really pressured to get into a good college So like I felt that I couldn't drop any of the things I was doing. So in that sense, I felt really pressured. Like even though I knew it was unhealthy for me to be like stressed out for it, I felt that I couldn't drop anything.
Okay, did you ever have like a breakdown, or do you remember getting sick that you think was related to this stress?
I never broke down, but I know during final time when it was time for like everybody to study, so I used to get sick a lot just for because I'd stay up late and study and all that.
Did you ever pull an all-nighter?
Not really. I stayed up really late, maybe like 2 in the morning, and get up at 6, that kind of thing.
What types of activities were you involved in high school?
In high school, I was on my high school's track team. I was a varsity sprinter, and I pretty much was like the head of FBLA for my school. It's the business club, and yeah.
Did you feel pushed from colleges and trying to get into a good college to get involved in activities like that?
Yeah, I mean, my parents were pushing me because they felt like that I needed to do as much as I could. I actually completed my Eagle Scout as a Boy Scout for like a decade. But yeah, I mean, I spent 4 years trying to build up my college resume, and it got me here.
Great.
Yeah.
What types of classes did you take? Did you take any AP classes?
Last year I actually took 5 AP courses, which is more than normal, more than usual for my high school. I mean, everyone in my high school took at least 2 or 3, but the average was about 4 AP courses our senior year, and I took 5.
And why'd you do that?
I thought I could handle it, and I thought it'd help me get into college, the colleges of my choice anyway. But I mean, in the end, maybe I should have just taken 4 or gone down in course levels. I was stressed the whole year. I mean, it was a lot of work. I mean, I know people who took just 4 classes and they still spent a few nights like pretty much pulling all-nighters. I mean, that's something you do in college, not at high school.
Did you feel pressure to take challenging classes just to get into your desired college?
I felt really pressured, I guess. My parents were pushing for it, and my counselors were pushing for it as well. I mean, I took more APs than I wanted to. I ended up taking 5 APs when the average was 4, and I know that a lot of people are only just taking 2 or 3. But I mean, you had to take more APs to look better than other people because the average was 4 APs. So I mean, I was working my ass overtime.
I see. Did you ever have a breakdown or get really sick, you think, from all the work?
The worst I got was that my acne broke out. But I know a lot of people who would pull all-nighters and just get stressed out. I mean, my girlfriend, she would freak out because she had so much stuff to do. I do well under pressure, I think. I mean, I just lock it down and just try to do as much as I can. But I know a lot of people who were just like frustrated and had to take mental health days.
Now, how many hours of sleep do you think you got per night?
I got somewhere between 5 and 6. I mean, that was more than usual, I think, from like my friends. But I know some other people got like 3 or 4 or 4 or 5 maybe.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye. But the real question is all the stress and hard work really worth it? Administrators and faculty need to consider placing limits on the amount of AP courses students can take, and should be on the lookout for students becoming over-involved. If not, we could be embarking on a generation of over-involved, over-stressed, and overworked students. This is Lexi O'Connor reporting to you from Boston University.